Has anyone ever gone on a hike in the woods and felt like you might pass through a vortex? And that, like, even though you take the same trail back to the parking lot, somehow reality is completely transformed and like all the cars are gone except yours. But it's not your car. It's been transformed into like a buggy from a bygone era. The effects of psychedelics can be quite disorienting. So, like all intoxicants, psychedelics shift your mind state and how you perceive the things that are even most familiar to you. And although I've been sober for several years, that's what I've discovered in meditation. Shifting your mind state to tranquility or shamatha in order to reprogram and rebuild the mental map. I've spent a large portion of my life running from the situations and experiences that I perceive to have harmed me. I'm just one of those people that can never be told good advice and take it at face value. So I had to learn through experience. And naturally, I was big into experimenting with substances. I pretty much invented the term, I'll try anything twice. But let's make it 3 times just to be sure. And so while a lot of my experiments took me to life's highest peaks, they also took me to life's deepest valleys. And over time, I became most familiar with these valleys. So familiar that I ended up setting up my camp in one of the deepest, darkest ones I had ever wandered into, the Valley of Depression. And so for the longest time, I thought that I got lost in someone else's forest and disoriented by other people's problems. But the truth, a realization I had through karma and emptiness, is that I planted all these trees. This was my own forest. And although a lot of the traumatic events I experienced in early childhood weren't directly caused by my actions, it was my reaction to them that I had to take accountability for. I pretty much built my life around being a professional escape artist. I love distractions. I love shortcuts. Hit the dopamine button, give it to me now. I've built my life in that fashion, and I made that my warm blanket on the coldest nights in this wilderness. And so from an early age, I viewed the world as coming at me and that a lot of life's challenges were out of my control. But the seemingly simple yet profound realization that I had is that I am very much in control. Viewing these situations as an opportunity to learn and not just another mountain to climb. The practice of attuning my mind to a state of quietude is where I was finally able to change the lens in which I wanted to view the world. That lens of depression or the lens of compassion and love. And so it was only then that I was able to see life clearly. And that not all these situations were entirely bad. Good had come out of them. I learned to be strong. I learned to be brave. I learned to love and overcome my limitations. And this practice has given me more than just peace. It's given me wisdom, immense wisdom and understanding. I'm reminded that it's called a practice and that it's not another shortcut or a quick fix like I'm so used to. And so that just like the gym, I must keep returning to it in order to cultivate this wisdom. So that when that next mountain arrives, it won't be as daunting as it once was. And so when it finally became time to pack up my camp and hike out of this deep, dark valley of my own creation, I had the map. A map which would lead me back to that same parking lot, but a completely transformed reality. A new dimension defined by a shift in perception. Thank you.